spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity. The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dog.
Going downfield for the big play. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
And quarterbacks have played so well with Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that,
He'll take a shot. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play. So this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split. And that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Under fire. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football by Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will put total weather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They put the first points on the board.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. on the run, it's Frazier. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphries. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia ready to dive it up on another first down. They go to the ground. Looking for room at the 30. There he goes. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Looking to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
All wideouts, no backs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in, it's Young. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now on third down for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll give it to the back. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Outside is complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Right? We trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quick catch on third down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. From the gun, running back on the move. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Makes the catch. It's Diggs. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
Got it! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels! The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, and that's where his offense will go to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Humphries. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Bringing the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
It's reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Got him downfield. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. The give is to Taylor. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
To the air on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So now it's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four down territory. The offense still on the field. Converts on fourth down, still going. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The draw draws nothing except the swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when their defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. That's reeled in, it's Diggs. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Snapped it in the shotgun. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run, safeties and linebackers.
Wide open spaces. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air, it's Simmons. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Now, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Taylor has it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Wallace. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going.
He's loose. Turning on the Jets. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those.
Touchdown, Rebels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Stockton. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Dogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Mano-a-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got him this time. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
It was a really nice job on the route concept, because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And at this point in the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set. But they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
And the Rebels will punt this one away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the toss. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period.
Ole Miss, 28.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. The Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
They punted away on 4th down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Motion from the wide receiver. The give is to Taylor.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hand off from the shotgun. And the Rebels will move the sticks.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The give to the tailback. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the deep...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was...
Got room on the return. Spins away. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Second down coming up. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down in the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Gets it to him on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, And that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor?